it's basically carnival atmosphere and then enjoyment. How do we get the former players back into the sport, you know?
Bringing back that old memory. Now once we are on the field, it's game time.
It's going to be one big carnival, bandstand, entertainment, food stalls and beverage stalls. Not only for the players who are on the field, it will be their families, you know, the people who are married and they have kids.
It's a fantastic experience for youngsters as well as older folks to come and play together, and it's a fun event.
Hi and welcome to our preview show of C Rugby, which is going to be the biggest entertainment that you're going to see in the upcoming weekend. Where on the 30th of August, we're going to see this CRNFC ground turn into an absolute carnival, and we're going to have some great rugby as well on the pitch. Joining me to tell us more about it, the founder and chief organizer of C Rugby, Mr. Dilroy Fernando, and of course Sudarshana Peiris, my good friend and co-commentator, former Trinity rugby player. We'll be hoping that his old boys can do what the present boys did earlier on as well. Sudarshana, are you looking forward to the Trinity old boys who are playing C Rugby emulating the present boys?
Yeah, I really do hope so, Shanaka, because Trinity, I think, have had a fabulous season. But talking about C Rugby, I think last edition, I think Dilroy will correct me if I'm wrong, Trinity walked away with everything else, every other prize except for the tap rugby competition. So this time, they'll want to bag that as well.
Dilroy, you think that they're going to do it?
Let's see. I didn't want to say anything because other teams might get disappointed. But then, also believe me, there are some teams got reinforced. Some of the old boys who are living overseas are flying in. But the tournament, like Dean has already come in for Trinity. So a few others are flying in to play for Isipatana. So let's see. Fingers crossed.
Wow, it's going to be a pretty jam-packed roster by the looks of things if people are flying in from outside also to play in this particular tournament. We've heard about Sri Lankan players flying to Dubai to play in their tournament. So this time they're actually flying down to play in the C Rugby tournament as well. Dilo, tell us a little bit more about the concept of C Rugby and what it's all about.
Yeah. So the idea behind organizing C Rugby is to get the old boys and old girls who played the game in the past, get them back into the game, you know. So they basically, when they come in to support, play in the competition, they go back and they support their school teams, which is a good thing. And also you need that sort of thing to support the schools, existing schools rugby season. And so we have 16 teams lined up. We started with 12 in the past, so now it's increased to 16 teams. So they have the boys' schools, and what we got is new thing is we have the sister schools playing against alongside the boys' schools. So basically 12, so altogether 12 players could be registered, 8 male, 4 female players, and out of the 8, 6 on the field at any given time, and female 2 on the field at any given time. So that's the concept.
So I've always been confused about this. Who is the sister school of Trinity College?
Well, so we do have 2 sister schools.
Right, okay.
A lot of people are not very happy about that. We have Havu College, that's in Kandy itself, which was apparently founded to find mates for Trinitians. and then, of course, Ladies College, who are all CMC schools.
So who are you picking your teammates?
So we get to pick from both. Yes.
Wow.
So last year we had one of them who was from Ladies who ended up becoming the best female player, and 2 girls from Helwood as well. So we had the luxury.
There were complaints last year though, because they asked why on Trinity and not other schools, you know.
Well, it's the luck of the draw, I guess, depending on where you're situated. But Pira, you've played in this competition before. You've been a regular part, an attendee. You're in the hospitality industry yourself.
That's right.
What is this all about? What is the tournament? Why is it such a special tournament?
I think it's very special, Shanaka. Rather than, I mean, if you take the touch rugby tournaments, you have many that happens around the country. What makes C Rugby stand apart from the rest of it is the fact that it's something for everybody, because you have the massive bouncy castles, you have the entertainment, you have Ireland's best DJs and entertainers coming in. I think the last time we went up past midnight here at the CR, it was a carnival atmosphere, and that's what is different from the other tournaments. And also the inclusion of the sister schools. I think rather than randomly having two females playing in your team, when you include the sister schools and also the age groups and the age brackets coming into play, it levels it out rather than having boys who are 20, 21 competing, where the older folk will not be interested in it. Here, the older folk also believe that they have a fair chance. So I think that's what makes it very different. And also, rugby is all about the community, Shanaka. We all know that. And most times they're not, when you come for a rugby game, most of the people who are hooked on to rugby will have something to watch, something to enjoy. But you got to make sure that people who are partly okay with rugby and coming to that area has something to enjoy as well. I think that's what C Rugby presents, and that's why it's become very, very popular and important in the rugby calendar.
For sure. And as much as it is a fun tournament, Dilroy, it also is a serious rugby tournament when you're out there. So tell us about player welfare. How do you look after these guys?
So Shanaka, we are kicking off at 4 o'clock. We didn't want to play, have the tournament at 2 o'clock with, being hot sun. So we kick off at 4 o'clock, and the finals of the cup segment is scheduled for 9:40. So then the plate final will be at 9:20 and the bowl final is at 9 o'clock. We have medically trained persons who will be attending to the players in case of players being injured, and 2 ambulances in place. So the welfare side is being covered. Also, the players will be provided with water, the ice, etc., etc. So add to what you said earlier, Sudarshan, the age brackets. So we've got, so the good old days when you started the competition, we didn't have an age bracket. So we had school leavers, 20, 21-year-old kids coming and playing, scoring many tries. So it was not a fun affair for the seniors. We also had people who are 40s, 50s playing against 20s. So we brought in a rule where each team could register now 3 players over 25 and 3 players over 35 year age group. So it's basically, we have the people who left school 15, 20 years ago as against people who left school 10 years ago. And so it has basically given us good results. So this is one reason I think the crowds are coming in. So you have the girlfriends, you have the wives coming in, and then the
Sometimes
guys,
both.
Sorry, sometimes both the girlfriends and the wives. So that sort of thing. So it's fun, it's everything. People come here to enjoy, and so there's no limitation. So little kids come and enjoy, like Sudarshan said, the bouncy castles, then the face painting, all that will be there. There'll be food and beverage outlets, long bar at CRNFC. So it's enjoyment for the entire family. It's not for the players who are on the field, but off the field there'll be atmosphere for everybody to enjoy. Not only the rugby players, but the entire family could come and enjoy at CRNFC.
So, Dilroy, as much as it is a carnival atmosphere, it's also a serious rugby tournament. Can you tell us what you've put in place for player welfare and make sure the oldies don't...
Shanaka, apart from people who have refereed tag rugby in Sri Lanka and Dubai, we also got player welfare being looked into seriously. So there'll be water, ice provided to the teams. Also medically trained persons. We have World Rugby qualified doctor in attendance, along with 2 ambulances in place. But last year, I don't think there were any major injuries because it's tag rugby. And I'm sure this year also we will not have major issues. But in case if there is anything, we are prepared, and there'll be player welfare has been looked into very seriously.
So you're looking after water, ice, all of that kind of thing as well.
Yes.
Right. That's really good to know that the players will certainly be looked after. So make sure you get yourselves down here. You'll be looked after on the pitch. You just need to look after yourself off the pitch. What's the most fun thing that you're looking forward to bring your little son here and do, Sudarshana, as well?
Oh, yeah. So bringing him here, first thing I have to be fit, Shanaka, because running around with him for half an hour is going to be a mission and a half. But I think last time around, it was 2023 when we had that, the last edition,
Yes.
23, and here there was plenty to do. I brought my 2 nieces who had an absolute ball. They had face painting, if I'm not wrong. Yes, face painting. And there was a bouncy castle. They had an absolute ball there. So even with kids, it's a good place to come, enjoy, have some good bites, and some refreshing drinks as well. And when you talk about the entertainment, Shanaka, I think that's what standing out for me when it comes to the carnival atmosphere, because we have some of Sri Lanka's best entertainers coming in, and it's a very good place to have a good time.
So, Dilroy, tell us about the rules and the format. It's 7 players on the pitch, and what's the draw going to look like?
Yeah, Shanaka, so we have 4 teams in a group, into 4 groups of 16 teams, and then in a team you got to have 3 players registered who are over 35, and 2 players on the field who are over 25 years, 2 female players. That's a 7, but a team could register up to 12 players. So 5 over 35 players, 3 over 25 players, and 4 female players. And so the top 2 in each age group, so you got to play 3 games in the first round, and then if you win, if you're among the top 2, then you play in the cup plate semi-final, and if you're third, fourth, then you play in the bowl semi-finals. So that's how the draw has been done. And then also there'll be rolling substitutions. Again, player welfare has been taken into account. And so anytime if you are tired, you don't have to get injured. If you're tired, you can come off, and then another player could replace you.
And anybody from your generation playing in this tournament?
Yes,
Dilroy?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So, do you know who the guys are?
Roger wants to play for Isapatana, and then there are so many others who
And
will be
also,
playing.
I think, Shanaka, what's beautiful was, I mean, last year, if you talk about the Trinity side, last year, because of these age brackets, you had a Duminda Silva on one side playing alongside Bandar Nayaka, which that combination would have never happened otherwise. So those kind of mixers are possible in this tournament format. So got to commend that age bracket format that you followed, because that brings in a lot of people together, and as a community, that's what you need as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Rugby, as Sudarshana said, is all about community, and it's bringing communities together, bridging those generation gaps as well. That's what C Rugby is doing. It's going to be a fabulous tournament. It's going to be some great entertainment as well for you guys. So even if you're not playing, just come down here and support everyone who is. Good luck, Dilroy, with the tournament.
Thank you very much, Shanaka. So it's basically carnival atmosphere and then enjoyment. How do we get the former players back into the sport, you know?
Bringing back that old memories. Once we are on the field, it's game time.
It's going to be one big carnival, bandstand, entertainment, food stalls and beverage stalls. Not only for the players who are on the field, it will be their families, you know, the people who are married and they have kids.
It's a fantastic experience for youngsters as well as older folks to come and play together, and it's a fun event.